Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm finally back out in the woods again. Today, you and I are headed out on an overnight adventure. Headed down to the A-frame shelter. We've got some work to do on the shelter. I have a canvas tarp. I'm going to make some modifications to this shelter. I'm going to simplify things a little bit. Yesterday, we had a wicked cold front move through. 20-30 miles per hour winds all day long. We had a mix of wintry mix that didn't accumulate to anything. Yesterday was brutally windy, which kind of delayed my plans for a day. But today is sunny, clear skies. Cold this morning. It's about 30 degrees, supposed to warm up in the 40s today. Tonight the low is going to be about down in the 30s again, maybe below 30. And yes, I am pulling a sled with no snow on the ground. Got my sleep system here for tonight. Black military sleeping bag, Gore-Tex bivvy. And got a new top quilt, a hammock top quilt that I'm going to put down in the black sleeping bag. Top quilt is from Kurt Zitzelman, Hemlock Mountain Outdoors. Show you guys that later on. Got a storage bin in the sled here with some supplies in it. And a canvas tarp. This is an 8x14 white duck canvas tarp. It's supposed to be completely waterproof. Just got a few supplies in there, candles and just things I'm going to leave down here in this bin. And I also brought a new toy that we're going to test it out for the first time today. I'm very, very impressed with how well this shelter is held up. You see, I'm nowhere near done putting the poles on the outside. What I've decided to do is I'm gonna go a different direction. All these poles are gonna come off. It's a lot of wood leaning up on this shelter. So, all these poles are coming off. That tarp is coming out from the middle, from the interior of the shelter. So what I'm going to have is just a ridge pole with the front supports, the back support, and I'm going to tie poles as a framework, like maybe 3 or 4 on each side, and that's going to keep my tarp, my canvas tarp, supported. The canvas tarp is going to go over the top of the ridge pole, and I have bungee cords that I'm going to tie it down with. So because that tarp it was kind of pricey, it's a white duck, got it on Amazon, I think it's around 100 bucks. That canvas tarp is not going to be staying here at this shelter. It will be leaving with me when I leave. So the tarp that's already here on the inside, I can use that as a ground sheet. Or but when I leave, I'll probably put it up over everything so that my bin that I'm going to leave down here with all my supplies will stay kind of dry. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna get started taking all this down. Looks like some rodents or something has been chewing on my poles on the inside. They've fallen, they chewed right through the bank line. I brought more bank line in case I need it. I'm gonna check everything out. The structure wise. I'm gonna make some adjustments. We'll get it going. not gonna have to go far for firewood, that's for sure. So I'm trying to keep all these poles sorted out so I see what I got, because I'll be using some of them. It was a lot of work getting all these poles. And it was going to take a lot more work to finish my initial idea for this. It's just too much, man. So this ridge pole it's attached. It's tied to the main supports. I got to be careful, make sure I don't cut the wrong one, because otherwise it's just going to collapse. Everything looks good, nothing's been chewed on up here. Oh boy, it's heavy. I need to move this front support back because it's too close to the edge of the ridge pole. I'm going to have less space front to back because it's only 8 foot this way, but it's 14 this way. So it'll hang down more on the sides, but front to back, I'm going to lose some coverage. But it's 8 foot. I'm only 5'8", so should work out all right. I'm gonna take advantage of having this heavy-duty rope down here that I've had for a while. For some reason, I just don't trust this bank line. This bank line, see, it's already loose. That's what's keeping this whole shelter from falling that way toward the fire pit. I'm going to use this heavy-duty rope to secure it to this tree. Warming up, man. I gotta come out of this freaking jacket. I'm wearing sweatpants, under these coveralls, and that's it. All right. My first GoPro battery died. Like I think the cold just zapped it out. I finally got the tarp up there. Got my poles up there. I just didn't film. I just want to get it done because I filmed doing this before and I just totally redid everything. Starting to feel a little bit more like home right now. Still got to clean up a little bit, but got the tarp up, got everything in here, got my storage bin, sled, everything's in here, got my water hanging up right there. Simple, much simpler. Canvas tarp, got it bungeed to the sides. It's not as big as I was expecting, but that being said, this tarp is heavy, and it, you know, once I got it over the ridge pole, it's just a matter of putting it over the poles once I got the poles up. But that's still quite a bit of coverage. Got the gap back here in the back, and there's a gap up here in the front. But it is what it is, man. I like it. Not gonna be a ton of wood hanging on that shelter, weighing that ridge pole down, even though that ridge pole is big and solid. So I think what I want to do, not that I need it, but I want to put a center pole support straight down on top of a rock on the ground or something, a flat rock, wedge it in there really good, have a center support. I want to do some type of back wall. I'm not sure how I'm going to make that work, considering that I have the gap here, and it all depends on how centered I get the tarp on the ridge pole. But any kind of back wall, even though there's a gap, stop the wind from blowing through here, especially if it's cold. Now in the summertime, I'm not really going to care. What I do care about is how well is this tarp going to keep me dry if it downpours in the summertime, or if it snows. We might have a little bit of winter left, but I doubt it. But I'm sure I'll be protected from snow, but any kind of blowing in water, rain, that could be an issue, and that's something I'll deal with later. I feel so much better about this. I got all those poles off of this thing. I just like, this is better because I can take that tarp down, fold it up, put it on my sled, pull it out of here. That's going to be hard. That's going to be a chore. But yeah, I'm never going to leave this tarp down here. Too expensive of a tarp, too good of a tarp just to leave in the woods. I'm going to have a quick snack. It's going on 3 o'clock, and I had a Cliff Bar earlier. Found a year-old Cliff Bar in my food bag. It was pretty tasty, but I'm gonna have another snack, clean up a little bit, then we'll go have some fun. Once again, thank you to Robbie's. For this ready-wise meal. Noodles and beef and mushroom sauce. Oh yeah. About to get down on that. Oh, I'm adding a little bit of black pepper. And of course, Texas Pete. Oh my God, I'm starving. Man, look at this freaking tarp. I like it. I got some more ideas for next time. I'm in the bag. I had a good time today. It was good to get back into the woods. My hands are freaking stinging. Man, I had to get up, put my coveralls back on. God, it was cold. Whew. Man, I tossed and turned all night long. I kept sliding down because I was sliding toward the foot. and it took it a while before the temperature dropped last night. And like overnight, man, it just like, I don't know what the temperature is. I'll look in a minute, but it got cold. And Kurt's top quilt saved the day, because I would have been freezing if I hadn't had that inside my sleeping bag, no doubt. Gotta get this fire going, man. What a difference a couple hours make in the temperature. I had to come out of my coveralls and my hoodie. It's warm. Trying to get psyched up for this sled pull out of here. Probably won't be that bad. I don't think anything beats coffee in the morning. Well, guys, this was a fun one. Until now.